The Baki figure we've all been waiting for is finally here. The all-new Storm Arena Baki Hanma by Storm Collectibles. And some of you might be thinking, how is this the Baki figure we've been waiting for if we already had 3 amazing ones? Well, that's because this guy's a true 1/12 scale figure, so he isn't going to tower over your other figures, which is what myself and many others have been wanting. And better scaling isn't the only thing that this guy offers, as there's many other things about this guy that make him the ideal Baki for your collection. Psst, also, come here, I'm gonna tell you something. He's only $25! Yep, $25 for greatness, and I cannot wait to fully share this guy with y'all, so let's get this review started. But, of course, before we talk about this guy, we have to take a look at his packaging. It's good. It's the same style as Yoooo's with the blurred arena background. I like it, and I like the big window on the front, showcasing the peak on the inside. Beside it, there's a big promo of the figure, and then by that is its name and stuff. Here's the Storm Arena logo, and then the top of the box. Each side of the box has a different promo image of the figure. The bottom really doesn't have anything going on, and then the back of the box showcases the figure off fully pretty well. So yeah, overall, the box is cool, so let's now get the review of Peak truly started. And once this guy's out of the packaging, we can instantly tell Storm has cooked yet again. This Baki is great and probably my favorite one yet. The first thing that really caught my attention with this guy is his look. He looks a lot better than I thought he would, because in the promos, he looked a little different from this. He was more tan, while the final product is lighter. Also, I don't know if they did some minor adjustments or what, but the figure's body seems to have a more natural flow to it than what it did in the promos. Like, his torso seems to sit better, and this slower ab crunch cut thing doesn't look bad at all to me, which was actually a gripe from me in the promos. It just didn't look good and it really stood out. But with the final product, that isn't the case, so that's awesome. And pretty much, the overall look of this figure is awesome. Like yeah, it resembles the first release a good bit, but there are many differences that I do prefer, such as the torso area. This Arena Baki's one is more compact and natural looking compared to the first. It's sort of like a mix of these two Bakis to me. Then the scars I like a lot more. They are more dug out and have some life to them, especially that chest one. Nasty. And then he has sculpted on shorts. I like this because the cloth ones on my OG are getting pretty worn out and they always get dirty, and washing them is just something that I'm just too lazy to do. So these sculpted ones are great. Though we don't need no more cheeks, but that's probably a good thing. Oh, and they also do look good as they are painted clean with a nice matte finish on them. And speaking of the finish, it's great on this guy. He pretty much has it everywhere on him, which does give him a more premium look and feel. Now, I did say pretty much, because like the only place he doesn't have it, or at least to me it seems that way, is his face. It's a bit more shiny and reflective compared to the rest of his body, so it would have been nice if it wasn't shiny. It's not terrible or anything, but something that is noticeable. And then he does have shading all over his body, and it looks good, and it really helps bring the sculpt to life. But they didn't continue this finish or shading into the areas that are revealed when this figure is posed. So, like when you crunch him forwards, you can see where they didn't put shading or a finish on him. It's nothing like detrimental or anything, since it's like on his back and it really isn't seen, but it's definitely there, and I gotta point that out. It really kind of just looks like bro has a sunburn. And then, I almost forgot about his wrist ankle cuffs. They are sculpted on and look fine, but the paint is a little messy in certain spots, but nothing crazy. Overall, a great looking figure and a lot better than I was honestly expecting, so that is awesome. And then moving on to his accessories, it's a good selection for his price. Yeah, for $25, you get a good selection. Like first, he comes with 2 alternative head sculpts. One neutral head, looks good, basically is the same from the OG release, but doesn't seem to have a good finish on it. Still looks good though and very acceptable for a $25 release. And secondly, he comes with an angry yelling head. And yeah, it's definitely goofy, but that's just how Baki yells. Goofy as crap, so it's fine. Also, it's the same as the one from the OG, besides the lack of finish on the face. Still looks good to me though. So I'm happy with the selection of heads, as they're the 2 essentials you'll need with a Baki figure. Plus the lightness for as small as they are is great, and they did paint the hair wonderfully, so that's a bonus as well. The only thing I really would have liked would be a better finish on the faces. Okay, that sounds sus. I'm just now thinking about how bad that sounds. But to carry on, he comes with 3 pairs of hands. 2 fisted hands, 2 cup-like hands, and 2 grappling hands. Good selection and are easy to swap with no issues. Also, I do like how they made his wrists big to combat the risk of breaking the wrist pegs since this guy is so small. And then lastly, for the accessories, he comes with a stand. No, not that stand. This kind of stand. It's a heavy duty one and will hold your figure up well and has adjustable features as well as alternative clips to put around your figure, so that's nice. And overall, the selection of accessories is nice for the price of this guy. $25 for 2 heads, 3 pairs of hands, and a stand with alternative attachments is a heck of a deal. Now, would a smiling or teeth gritted face been nice, or even a punching effect? Of course, but considering the budget and the stuff that we have, this is great. And then what else is great is his articulation. That's right, this guy can pose wonderfully and hit those iconic Baki poses easily. First, looking at the head range, it's great as he can look really far upwards, and this is nice because I actually thought his hair would get in the way some, but it doesn't. Then he can look a decent bit downwards, gets good side to side motion, and then the all around tilt is nice. Moving on to the shoulders, they go up this far, which is fine. Plus, this is a beautiful looking setup with no wonky stuff going on, like this is how you do it. Also, there is a butterfly joint that allows arms to cross over one another going forwards pretty well, but backwards, this is as far as I can get them. Then there's a swivel with the bicep, double jointed elbows to get fair range and good wrist articulation. Then looking at the upper diaphragm area, it's made of a soft plastic material which does aid some in the range with this area. But it can only go forwards and backwards some a tiny bit as it is limited some, and when leaning backwards there can be some gappage. But it can twist side to side beautifully though and get fantastic all around tilt, which is very nice. Then looking down below at the waist, the first thing that'll catch your eye is this ab cut. And as mentioned earlier, it looks a lot better than what it did in the promos and actually works fine as it allows the figure to crunch this far forwards with it alone and go a little bit backwards. And then it combined with the upper diaphragm and waist joint gets this much forward crunch, which is pretty good. And the same can be said for going backwards. My back! Then it gets good side to side motion and the all around tilt is nice. As for the legs, they are on drop down hips and this aids in the leg movement. Like they can kick pretty far forwards, a little bit backwards, but his big cheeks do get in the way some, and then go really far outwards doing a full split. No issues there, and then he has a thigh swivel which works nicely. Double joint knees that get great range despite the extra muscles he has, and then he has good ankle articulation as they can rotate some, go up and down fine, and get a good ankle rocker. And lastly, he has a toe joint. So yeah, as y'all can see, the articulation is great on this guy. He's literally the easiest and best Baki figure to handle in my opinion, as he just moves so smooth, it doesn't feel like anything is working against it, which has made it so fun to pose. And then what else is fun is seeing how he scales next to other figures. And let's just say, this is what we've been wanting. A proper 1/12 scale Baki that is actually shorter than our other 1/12 scale figures, as he should. Because like Baki is around 5'6", so this is just a joy to see, and I can finally bring this image I edited to life. Here you go, Squid, it finally happened. But to stop messing around, here he is next to original Baki. It's like bro ate a damn Mario mushroom. But yeah, and if you're wondering which one I prefer more, I do prefer this arena one over the OG. Then here he is next to the other Storm Bakis. Then for the comparison, I know y'all all want to see him next to the mainline Yujiro. And this actually looks pretty damn good to me, though of course Yujiro is probably a little bit too big, but it just works to me because like in the manga, Baki was like so tiny next to Yujiro, and this looks really good. But I know Yujiro's 6'3" and Baki's 5'6", and like this height really doesn't technically work, I think, or this is a bigger difference what it should be, but it does look good to me. But if you don't really like this scale, of course, you can put him next to the Storm Arena Yujiro, and this looks pretty good as well. Though it's not perfect, as I think Baki is just too tall standing next to this Yujiro, or this Yujiro is too small. But y'all let me know what y'all think about that and which one you guys prefer. Then here he is next to Storm Doppo. Doesn't really work since Doppo isn't supposed to be this much bigger than Baki. Then here he is next to Storm Collectibles King and Ashura figures. Here he is next to SHB Arts Luffy and Zoro. Here he is next to SHB Arts Gon and Killua. Here he is next to SHB Arts Team Gojo. Here he is next to Demonaco Fit Goku. And lastly, here he is, once again, next to Storm Collectibles, Yujiro Hanma. And for the final verdict on this figure, it's amazing. As expected, Storm has delivered yet again with a fantastic release. Like, first off, he looks awesome. Everything that's great about the OG release carries over into the smaller figure really well, if not better, as the flow to physique is much better, and I really love the finish and shade that this guy has. Next, his accessory selection is good for the price, as he comes with the essentials to have fun with this guy. And then his articulation is great, as it allows bro to hit some cool and crazy poses. And then, the best part about this figure is that he's literally only $24.99. You can't beat that, and I recommend this figure to literally anyone. Now, if you're from USA, I'd recommend getting them from a USA retailer, as they will have it at that price for you. But if you aren't from the USA, then I recommend using Hobby Genki to get them, as they should have some still for pre-order or on sale. And I'll link that down below. Or, that's right, or, you can win this guy, and yes, a Storm Arena Yujiro as well. Boom, baby! Double giveaway, which is thanks to Mars. He does the nature reviews and is a Storm Collectibles enthusiast that makes great content. Plus, he got me my Baki, and I'm extremely grateful to him for hooking me up with it. Also, bro gave me some really cool extras. Very cool and nice of him. So guys, please go check him out, as he also does get some inside scoops on the new Storm Arena stuff. But back to the giveaway details, because I'm sure you guys are curious on how this will work. Here are the rules. You will need to be subscribed to both of us, like both of our Baki reviews, and comment your favorite Baki character in my comment section, and for his comment section, your most anticipated release in the Storm Arena line. Also, important to note, the winner of my channel will get the YOOOO, while the winner on his will get Baki. So yeah, be sure to follow the rules and stuff so you can win one of these guys. That's it for this video. What do you guys think of this line so far, and are you excited for more? I know I am, as Jack and Oliver are confirmed, and man, I cannot freaking wait for those. Like, but yeah, thanks a bunch for watching, and as always, I appreciate your guys' support, and I'll see all y'all in the next one. Peace.